Hi everyone, how are you all? This is Nikki from Nikki Knacks Paper Crafts and I'm delighted to be taking part in this YouTube hop. Our challenge is to create an interactive page and I've gone along with like a pop-up card. My other love is making cards and I make pop-up cards like this. And I wondered if I could transfer my card making skills into my scrapbooking and my December daily. So I'm going to create a smaller version, I suppose. It's not going to do the twist. Not like do the twist, you know, the dance. It's not going to twist, but it is just going to fold up so I can put quite a few photos in it. And I shall talk through my measurements, but I'll also put them in the description box below. The card I'm using is 8 by 4 and I have scored it at 4. Then my little folding section, I'm just going to fold up to show what I mean. There we go. So this is going to be the part that pops out of the card here with extra photos on. I just thought this would be a great way to put extra photos on without filling my page, because my December daily tends to be a 6 by 8, so there's not an awful lot of room for extra photos. So this section here is 7 inches by 2.5 inches and I've scored at 1 3/4, 3.5 and 5.25. Okay, so I've done some of my page preparation. I'm using these papers here, which I think, I can't remember who they are. It's completely escaped me. Hopefully I'll remember. I think it's Pink Fresh Studio. That's it. So for my layouts, I'm just using a mixture of papers. I've got so many. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm sure we're all the same, so I feel safe to share this with you. I've got so many different collections, so I'm just happy to mix and match. So I'm using this one as my background piece, but I'm actually going to put this one down the bottom to add a bit of extra to it. I might actually just cut it a little bit smaller because I love these pretty trees. So I'm going to cut that to 3 inches. This was actually an offcut from me making my base pages. I'm quite behind with my base pages this year. I'm usually a bit further forward, but it's a funny old world at the moment. And I'm actually a primary school teacher. And every day we're expecting something to happen. It's been a little bit bonkers lately. So there we go. I'm just going to turn it over because as you can see, I've created my holes. I'm just using my crocodile here. So this isn't going in a page protector because obviously otherwise I wouldn't be able to open up the card. So I'm going to do my interactive element now. And what I was thinking, I'm going to have a slightly different pattern there. But when you open it up, I'm going to have these trees in the background. I'm going to stick those down first. So these pieces here are 3 3/4 squared. So it just gives a little bit of an edge around it. There we go. As I say, this is one of my favourite cards to make actually. And because I just thought, well, that's such a great way to add those extra photos. It will add a little bit of bulk, obviously. But I've got no problem with that. I'm not going to be doing it as a December daily this year. I'm going to be doing it as December memories. Because then it's not so much pressure, I don't think, to come up with something every single day. Because obviously the sort of things I usually do, we won't be doing this year. So there's my little card there, my little interactive piece. So it'll open up there. Then here's my little fold out section. And I'm actually going to use a little bit of liquid adhesive on these just to give me a little bit of wriggle room in case I stick them in the wrong place. So how are you going to be doing your December daily or December documented this year? I'm just thinking, and my husband and I at the moment are in the process of building our own house. So I've got far less time this year to do things, which is quite lucky because there's nothing to do anyway. There are no Christmas craft fairs. I usually do a Christmas craft fairs. There's none of that. I usually take my mother to see a show. There's none of that. But we're keeping it simple and keeping ourselves safe. And that's the most important thing at this moment, isn't it? So I've just got these little tiny sections here. And these are, I've got the measurements. What are these? 1.5 by 2.25, these little tiny pieces of paper. And the story behind this page is that for the last few years, I've taken my mum's dog, Izzy, to go and choose her own Christmas presents. So we go to the local pet store and she chooses her own Christmas presents. But she chooses one to take home as well, because she is that spoilt. But she is so cute because she checks them all out and decides which one she'd like. So I've got photos from 2018, 2019. I haven't actually taken her for a yearly trip yet. So I've got the front of the card is going to have the photo from this year when I eventually take her. There we go. Look at this. Oh, look how cute she was. Now actually, I took part in the December Daily Hop last year. And I scrapbooked this photo of her. She does feature quite heavily in lots of my scrapbooking layouts because she is super sweet, super naughty. She's got amazing character. There we go. So there is my interactive section. I'm going to just add the dates now at the bottom. I need to find my craft knife. If you saw my desk right now, you'd be thinking, how on earth does she find anything on that desk? I'm in the throes of making Christmas cards and everything else and crafting for school. So this is 2019. So I'm just using these little, I think these are Pink Fresh Studio as well. Or are they? No, these are Hip Kit Club actually. They must have come in a kit. Sadly, due to the house build, I'm sort of cutting down on how much I'm buying. So I don't have it at the moment. But as soon as I'm able to, I know I'll be resubscribing. So this is 2019. And I'm going to put it then the other side, 2018. And I'm going to start from the outside and work in. I've been trying to incorporate like either scrapbooking techniques into my card making or the other way around, because they're just really different sizes, aren't they? That's the main difference, apart from the fact that you tend to keep cards away. There we go. So now I need to stick this in here, and I'm going to get... Sorry, I'm just realised I'm completely off the screen. I'm going to line up the centre score lines. And then I'm going to move them in slightly. And I'm actually going to do this using liquid adhesive again. I'm going to give myself a mark. I'm going to come in with my pencil to about 1.5. There. Let's see. I could probably come out a bit further. I think I'll go to 1. And that's where I'll stick the outer edge of this here. Then I'm just going to eyeball it then to make sure I've got it in the right place. And the good thing is about using liquid adhesive is that with double-sided tape, it's very unforgiving, isn't it? If it's in the wrong place, then you're pretty much stuck with it. Now then, what I tend to do when I make cards like this, keep that side open, put your glue down, and then fold it on like that. Now obviously when I make these as cards, I decorate the back as well, but because this is just going to be stuck to this piece, you're not going to see it. And there is my interactive element. So that's going to be going there. So when I then open the page, and as I say, it's not in a page protector, you'll open it here and you can see what's going on. I'm actually going to stick that down, I think, ready. I keep going to use my crocodile to stick down with for some reason. I think it's because it's yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this in so I can get, just match it up there so I can get it pretty straight. There we go. So there's my page there, and I'm just going to decorate now. So I've got this lovely acrylic wood here, which is actually from a UK store, Bramble Fox. She does the most stunning acrylic shapes. And I think I had this in one of her December daily kits that she did last year, and it just says tradition. And I'm going to make up a little embellishment cluster here. I'm going to use the idea of the trees in the background. I'm going to stick this little bit here that says fa la la. Well, actually it only says fa la la. I added the extras on. I'm going to make a little embellishment cluster down here then. But no, she's a funny little dog because she doesn't really like her own kind. She's not keen on other dogs at all. But she loves toys and she loves people. She loves her favourite people, which is mainly my husband. She absolutely worships the ground he walks on. And the one year, you see, I took her to get her toy when she chose the pink pig. But I couldn't get it off her then to pay. So she was then, so I left it with her. I just took the tag off. She was then in the queue and this pig made like a grunting noise. And she was there going, ah, ah, ah. And there I was apologising then to all the rest of the people in the queue for the noise that was going on. You could see them all turning around as if to say, what is she doing? My out of control companion. There we go. I've got this other little one then of a mouse delivering the presents. And I thought, oh, I can't put that up there. It's trying to work out now where to put. Actually, I might put the mouse. The difficulty is, because I don't know which photo I've taken at the moment, it's difficult to completely embellish the page. So I might just leave that off at the moment. So I'm just using some variation on glossy accents. This is actually matte accents, because they can be a little bit of a difficult thing to stick down. There we go. So I'm then going to put this, my little journaling spot, over here. There we are. Just so I can sort of talk about it there then. And we, as I say, it is always in, it is a December tradition now. My husband came last year and he couldn't believe how funny she was, because she literally does check through all the toys. As if she's saying, no, I don't think I'll have that one. No, I might have that one. She's got so many toys as it is. Excuse me if my head comes into view. Then I think I'm going to put this little stocking in there. So it's just poking out, I think. Like that. And I'm also going to add this little one that says ho 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 up in the corner there. Just making sure I'm still on your screen somewhere. And there we go. So, as I say, I'm waiting for this year's photo, but it just goes to show, as I'm covered in everything, you haven't got to have all your photos ready to start making up some of your base pages. I know that this is actually going live on the 12th of December, but I'm making it way before then. Hopefully by then I'll have taken her to get her new toys, so there'll be a photo on the front. But that is my interactive page. Give them a go, because they are great fun. Off camera now, I'm just going to add this little naughty or nice, and then in the photos following, in the still shots, you'll see this title on there as well. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, now in the description box below, there are the links to all the other videos. I can't wait to check them out to give me extra ideas on adding some interaction to my pages. Take care, everyone. Very Merry Christmas, or as we say in Wales, Nadolig Llawen, a blwyddyn newydd dda. Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Take care, friends. Hwyl fawr. Bye.